What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and I just got the brand new Bloodcraft champion Sunbolt, also known by the codename Iset. So of course today I'm gonna do some testing. But first, download Dungeon Hunter 6, a mobile free-to-play action RPG game where you play as a bounty hunter in a stunning dark fantasy open world. Play as a mage, warrior, assassin, monk, or zephyr, customize your own weapons, and summon companions to aid you in battle. Use the link in the description to start playing now on iOS or Android, and see you hopefully soon. Alright, so first I'm going to show you what skills are on Sunbolt, and then I'm going to show you what traits I put on to go with those skills, and then I'm going to dive into the arena to do the testing. And I know I'm going to get people in the comments saying that I should be testing in Valley of Conquerors and Guild Conquest as well, but I just happen to not be able to do that because we're between seasons right now. So the arena is just going to have to suffice for today. And the reason people want to see it in those various formats, of course, is because the energy levels are different depending on which format you're in. But I think we can get a good enough sense for how Sunbolt works just in the arena. All right, so let's take a look at the passive skill first. And I know this text is very small, which is why I'm going to read it out loud for you. And do note that the numbers will change as you give them skill books. So when an enemy champion's constitution drops below 50%, the champion teleports behind them and hunts them down until they die. During this, the caster takes 25.4% less damage from other enemies, becoming immune to control skills, which is really important, by the way, and ignores fortitude when dealing damage. Each normal attack increases the caster's attack speed by 20%, 200% max. While pursuing, the target's energy recovery decreases by 47.1%. Of course, that number can go up. And the caster will recover 25% of their max constitution when the pursued target dies. So that's all actually pretty powerful, and I'm going to get back to that when I talk about the traits. Okay, then we have the active skill. Creates a 6-second lightning shield that blocks damage equal to 8.6% or higher of the caster's max constitution. When the shield is active, it releases lightning at nearby enemies, dealing damage equal to 503% of the caster's strength in total. If the shield is broken by the enemy, all nearby enemies are stunned for 2 seconds. And lastly, we've got the ultimate. Shoots a ring of daggers around, dealing damage equal to 603.6% or higher of the caster's strength. Enemies affected by the daggers will have a 15.4% or higher chance of more chance to take critical hits in the next 6 seconds. And so that actually synergizes really well with big damage dealers, by the way. After the daggers fan out, they will spin for 1 second before attacking the current target, then deal damage equal to 236% of the caster's strength. So there's a lot of traits that can go really, really well with Sunbolt. But these are the ones that I chose. Focused is just a staple of what I do. Faster energy gain rate means if you're faster than your opponent with the ultimate, then you're probably more likely to win. I also went with Brutal, another staple of just any hero that I'm using that uses strength, which Sunbolt does. And then lastly, Agile. And I could have gone a number of different ways with this one. I think a lot of you are going to note that I'm missing Honorable here, which I usually put onto champions just as the one defensive trait I use, but I didn't put it on this one. Now here's the reason I chose Agile, because if we go back to the passive, this part right here, each normal attack increases the caster's attack speed by 20% with a 200% max, right? So I want the normal attacks to start out faster. That's why I chose Agile for this one. And the faster the starting attack is, interestingly enough, the faster it's just going to be as it goes down the road because of this part of the passive. Also, I didn't choose Honorable because of the active skill, which this part of it says that if the shield is broken by the enemy, all nearby enemies are stunned for 2 seconds. So I actually want the shield to break, but I do want some kind of hopefully other hero who's going to be helping to protect or heal in this team. You can, of course, think of male Water and Sun, or like female Galabar, or female Ho, something like that, that's going to help with healing and just preventing damage. So that's why I went with the skills that I went with. When we go into the arena, I'm going to try out several different teams, some weaker, some stronger, some different mixes of heroes so you can see what are the good synergies here and how is Sunbolt performing. So let's start off with a couple of non-meta teams here, although there are some meta heroes on the other side of the battlefield, like Phoenix, and there's a Bloodstorm over there as well, also known as Scarlet. But on my side of the battlefield, what I'm going to try to go for is synergy. So I'm going to try to use Female Tideraiser to pull the opponents into the Male Silken Crown and the Male Almat's effects, both the web and the area of effect damage dealing that Almat's going to do. I'm hoping Female Lionstone there is just going to increase the amount of damage they do in the regular attacks. And then finally my Sunbolt is hopefully going to complement all the stun that's already being done by Female Tideraiser and Male Silken Crown, and then come in and just be able to finish off opponents quickly. I have no idea how this is going to go. They have much higher might than my team, so I'd be surprised if I won, but let's just try to stun lock them. And it looks like they're starting out trying to stun lock me, actually, which is really interesting. Okay, so Female Tideraiser just went off. And I'm hoping to watch her pull the opponents into one spot and just gather them together so that Sunbolt, Male Alma, and the Male Silken Crown can all work together. This is a really close match. I'm kind of surprised because they have so much more might than I do. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that was awesome. Did you just see that? What Sunbolt just did? Okay. That was kind of cool. Let's see what the damage looks like here. Wow, Sunbolt actually did a lot more damage than I expected. But, I mean, it does make sense since I've got Female Lionstone and Female Tideraiser here that aren't really meant to deal much damage. I do really need the Male Alma. I was expecting to be the big damage dealer, but it's nice to see Sunbolt do a lot too. Now let's go up against some meta heroes. It's not exactly a meta team on the other side, but pretty close, with a Male Water and Sun, a Female Ho over there, Female Lionstone, Male Bloom, and a Scarlet. So hopefully all my control effects are going to keep the Male Water and Sun at bay, because remember, control effects will keep his energy going down. But it looks like he's gone off, so I wasn't able to prevent that, unfortunately. I'm going to be very surprised if I win this, because once Male Water and Sun starts rolling on the other side, it's hard to win. And look, oh no, now they're trying to stun lock me, but okay. I'm actually surprised my team is hanging with them here. A lot of the opposing team is stuck in the web, which is good to see. I really need to start dealing some damage, though. We need, yes, okay. We just got a lot of effects going off all at once. The Female Lionstone was the first one, so that is really going to hopefully... Oh, look at the Male Almat dealing some tremendous damage right there. Okay, and then Sunbolt. It's going to be real tough to kill that Male Water and Sun, though. Look at him over there. He just won't die. But I'm surprised my team is actually hanging here. I wasn't sure if this team could go up against a meta team, but look at this. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That was awesome. Let's take a look at the stats. And there's Sunbolt coming in big again. I didn't even have my own Male Water and Sun. It's just all the synergy from like the stun from Female Tideraiser and Sunbolt and Male Silken Crown. And then as with last time, you've got the Male Alma and the Sunbolt dealing a lot of damage, but look who really came through this time too, was the Male Silken Crown. This team works together really well. Now I'm going to go against my good friend AO, and do not be fooled by the lower might on the other side of the battlefield. This is an excellent team I'm going up against that has a Male Water and Sun, a Female Galabar, which are obviously just two really difficult to kill champions. That's why I kind of want to see how my team can do against them over there. It's tough to overcome a big Female Galabar, and then of course they've got the Female Lionstone. Male Sigaric's going to do a lot of damage, especially to my back line. I got to be careful. And then of course there's a Scarlet over there too. There's a lot of damage potential on the other side of the battlefield. So if I win, which I don't know if I can or not, but it's going to be just like last time. Just see if I can stun lock them and get in enough damage while they're frozen on the other side of the battlefield. Okay, so now it looks like their Male Water and Sun is going off, and it's healing. And whoa! Oh! Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. What just happened? I'm gonna like have to go back and watch this again, but there's some good synergies right here. I think this team is overperforming. I did not expect to beat Male Water and Sun teams. Wow. Goodness. Yeah, and Sunbolt coming in again. Second highest damage dealer. This time the male Almat really shone. I'm sure that's what caused them to die so quickly over there. But look at the female Tide Razor too. What the heck happened here? I'm going to move up a tier now, and I am going to use a Male Water and Sun. It's not my big Male Water and Sun. It's my little one. And I'm going to use female Lionstone. I'm going to use the new male Corbett because I think he's really interesting in combination with Sunbolt. And then I've got a female Galabar over here. So more of a meta team, but these are not my most highly vigored. And you can see I'm like way outmatched here as far as might goes. But I think that there's good enough synergies. I don't think the synergy is quite as good as the last one, but I've got some better quality heroes here. So let's see how this works out. Okay. I wonder how much of this is actually Sunbolt. I mean, she's sneaky. She is really sneaky. She does a lot of controlling things. And then once the opponents get below 50% health, that's where I think she's really shining. So you do have to get them down. This is going to be a close one. And now I've lost my Male Water and Sun. So if I win, I'm just going to have to try and punch through. It's going to have to be the Sunbolt who wins this. Because all my other damage dealers are dead. I've just got female Lionstone and female Galabar. And I'm going to turn on the X2 here as far as speed goes, because we've just got a female Choir left. And there's a potential this could time out if Sunbolt can't get it done. Look how she gets faster and faster. This is really showing that well, and why I think she pairs so well with a female Lionstone, by the way, because every normal attack is going to make her faster, and then she just gets faster and faster and faster. And there we go. We got it. All right. Awesome. Let's take a look at these stats. So this time, I mean, Sunbolt, like, was the center of actually winning this match, even more than Male Water and Sun. Look, she did more damage. Male Water and Sun died. She stayed alive. I think once she gets going, she can maybe take over a match. I'm thinking if she's highly vigored, she could be a finisher. She could finish off matches. Next up is an evenly matched meta team. We've got opposing Male Water and Suns. There's a Phoenix over on the other side of the battlefield. Female Galabar. Another tough matchup that could go either way. Look at that Sunbolt go. Just hanging out there in the back line with Male Water and Sun and Phoenix. And that's, you know, that's a huge thing to have, is Sunbolt being able to go anywhere on the battlefield and take care of opponents. Looks like Male Water and Sun and Male Corbett were the big damage dealers in this one, though, particularly Male Water and Sun. And now I'm going to pull out the big guns. This is my main comp, a meta team with my big Male Water and Sun and Phoenix and female Selphos. It's my most highly vigored champions over here on this side of the battlefield. And I'm going to go against Oscar, who sometimes, in fact, frequently beats me. So I want to see how my main comp with Sunbolt can do here. I'm going to turn off the X2 speed just so I can see. Okay. We see, oh man, Sunbolt dying. Not good, not good. And part of this reason is, I think, probably because of their Male Corbett over there. Just makes it really tough to fight opponents who have him. I want to see what happens if I fight Oscar again, but this time I'm going to put a male Corbett in as well. So my male Corbett is not actually leveled all that high right now, but he does have a lot of vigor. So he's kind of matching up here anyway. So I've got Sunbolt in here still, but this time I took out the Phoenix, and that's the difference in this. So I don't have as much damage power, but I'm hoping I'm able to control the battlefield a little more with this setup. And it looks like I'm going to be able to do it. So just putting in the male Corbett instead of the Phoenix actually made this turn out in my favor with the Sunbolt there too, helping to control the battlefield. So I think that this effect of Sunbolt being able to dart around the battlefield, going to whoever has lower health and just track them down, being able to finish off opponents one by one like this is just really important. She may not be always the biggest damage dealer, but she is contributing to the control on the battlefield, and in addition to that, she's dealing damage to the right heroes, the ones you want to be doing damage to. Okay, next up we've got Fierce Daughter here. She's got one of the toughest teams on our server. It is so hard to beat her team. I'm gonna go back and maybe I'll just flip back and forth between Phoenix and the male Corbett and see how this goes. But I want to try my main meta team right now with just the Phoenix. Wow, I'm surprised at this result. I'm surprised at that. It is not that easy to beat Fierce Daughter, so it does seem to me like Sunbolt was having an effect here on this one. Again, damage not super high, but you know what? For Phoenix has always been one of my highest damage dealing champions, and Sunbolt's right there. It's not like Sunbolt's not doing damage, it's just Sunbolt's doing damage to the right heroes. Let's try Fierce Daughter again. This time I'm gonna put in that male Corbett. All right, so you know, what did I say? Fierce Daughter is hard to beat, and this time she took out my Sunbolt. So my Sunbolt didn't even have much of an impact on the board this time. I think male Corbett's going to be more responsible for actually winning this one. But look at that female Selphos with more damage than my male Water and Sun. What the heck happened there? that was awesome. Just because I'm curious, let's see what Sunbolt looks like going 1v5. Obviously, this is not a meta team I'm facing here. It's going to be hard to find any kind of meta team. Not that Sunbolt by herself would even be able to match up against a meta team by herself. But I just want to see what she's able to do when she's the only one on the battlefield. Alright, so she really works on champions one by one. And she does a good amount of damage. Look at that. She does a good amount of damage one-on-one like that. And then once she gets them below 50%, that's where she really starts to roll. Finishing off the female choir is going to be tough to do. But I'm going to turn on the X2. Oh, that just happened fast. Was not expecting that. All right, well, I'll end with this one because I found a team that's got a male Water and Sun on the other side, female Galabar. There's a Bloodstorm over there. They've got twice as much might as I do. So let's see if she can hang with a couple of meta heroes just all on her own here. Man, look, when she really just works on heroes, she's able to reduce their health a lot. Overcoming this male Water and Sun is going to be a tough task, though, all on her own. But look at this. Oh, my goodness. She killed the male Water and Sun. Yeah, when she picks on someone, she really picks on them. I'm going to turn on the 2x speed here. Just because female Devala can be... It can take a while to eliminate her. There we go. My goodness. Okay. You know what, guys? I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Sunbolt. I think she's got a lot of uses. I think she's very flexible. You saw me use her on everything from my main comp meta team to a team that didn't even have a male water and sun and just relied on synergy. Quite honestly, I like this team. That's a fun team. And I think that she's got a lot of potential, especially when you think about strategy and like Sails and Sabers. You think about Valley of Conquerors and Guild Conquest. She's just a very flexible piece, and you can kind of move her around where you need to. And if you maximize your synergy, she's going to be even better. So anyway, yeah, I think she's awesome. I'm excited to play with her. I think she's actually probably one of the better Bloodcraft champions. Surprisingly, they just haven't been releasing a lot of good ones after the first two, Bloodstorm and Phoenix. But here we go. We got a good one here. They're finding a good balance and introducing good new heroes to the game. I enjoyed it. If you enjoyed videos like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.